Hey everybody, Jeff Evely here out of Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. It's a nice mild day. We just got another dump of snow, so Axel and I are out for a snowshoe in the park. We're not complaining, unlike that dog across the river there, which is complaining rather incoherently, I might add. Speaking of complaining incoherently, have you seen the Canadian government's response to the situation in Iran? First, Mark Dangerous and Divided Carney came out with support, I gather, for the U.S.-Israeli-led effort in Iran to eliminate the nuclear and terrorist threat. And then we had Anita Anand come out right on the heels of that and encourage everybody to get back to the negotiating table, not supporting the action in Iran right now. And now we have Mark Carney coming out just yesterday, and I don't know where he is, really. He says that this is a violation of international law, even though he said the other day that Israel has a right to defend itself. And he encouraged everybody to get back to the negotiating table. So, quick lesson in very recent history. The negotiations took place around 2013 for about 2.5 years under Obama. The result was the JCPOA. That was the infamous Iran nuclear deal that allowed Iran to have nuclear capability for the purpose of power generation, and for that deal, Iran shipped them $400 million in cold hard cash. Yes, I mean cash, foreign currency, actually, not U.S. dollars, stacked up on pallets so they could avoid the sanction regime. And then he said that was just the first installment of another $1.6 billion deal that Obama said the U.S. owed Iran for a fighter jet deal that they reneged on after the Ayatollahs took control of the country in the Iranian Revolution back in '79. So that was the deal. Those were the negotiations. And Iran continued to pursue enrichment up to 20%, saying, yeah, we need it for nuclear medicine stuff. And then after that, they went up to 60%. So they were 2 weeks away from having uranium enriched to the 90% level required to build a nuclear warhead. So that's how that turned out. And this is happening at a time, it was just last year, I believe, that the head of CSIS came out and explained that they had to refocus their operational resources to focus on the Iranian threat here in Canada, and that they had thwarted more than one potentially violent plots, violent plots like the assassination plot against Donald Trump in the United States, those kinds of plots. And we had somebody shoot up an Iranian, presumably RGC, shoot up an Iranian loyalists boxing gym there in Toronto. So we got terrorism right here in Canada, and what is our government saying? We are willing to negotiate with terrorists. We're just going to lay down and show them our bellies. All right, everybody, that's it for me today. I have a dog to catch.